week 32, review week of our RPYT yoga teacher training for prenatal students. We are lucky today to have Guru Peter Icavello of Presence Wellness in Westport, Connecticut.
Not a guru, just here to support.
With 25 years of experience and a certified massage therapist and a whole host of pregnant, happy pregnant women who've had safe pregnancies. He's the guru to me. But anyway, I'm going to just quickly, since it's review week, we're just going to quickly take a few minutes to just review the 9 poses we have learned in this Series C to spice up our sun salutation. After we review it, I'll give the floor to Peter. So,
Perfect.
as you may recall, our standard sun salutation is Tadasana, upward salute, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Exhale, back to plank. From plank, we are modifying for prenatal to up dog. From up dog, we are modifying in prenatal to cobra instead of baby cobra. Back to down dog. Now, as you recall, down dog is our point of insertion. If you think of this sun salutation as a boring chicken dish, in this down dog is where we add the paprika, the onions, the celery. But right now we are going to be boring because repetition is the key to memorization. Bring the left knee in, step it forward, right leg to meet it, and you are back and forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Inhale all the way up to upward salute, back down to Tadasana. So that is the standard go-to sun salutation A, modified for prenatal. Because yoga is symmetrical and because this course has been designed for incarcerated and at-risk women, illiterate women have become excellent yoga teachers from our course. Our course is rooted in repetition, and because yoga has the benefit of being even on each side, I'm going to do this just with the mild change of stepping the left foot back to plank. And also just to review the sun salutation A. Tadasana, upward salute, forward fold, inhale, half bend, exhale, step the right foot back. That's evenness on each side. In plank, be strong, but don't hit your belly actually. This is prenatal. Tuck the toes under, up dog, down to cobra, leaving space for the baby. You can put a block, or you can put a blanket or bolster under to create more space. Push up to down dog. Again, this would be our point of insertion. We talked about chicken dishes, and we talked about green salads. If your sun salutation A is your leafy green salad, then at this point is where we will add in our 9 things to spice up our salad. Tomatoes, avocado, sesame seed, pumpkin seed, etc. Bring the right knee in, step it through to your hands, left leg to match, forward fold, inhale, half bend, all the way up to upward salute, exhale, and Tadasana. So that is your go-to, remember it 15 minutes after your death, modified sun salutation A. Now we are going to review the complete Series C of the Share method, sun salutation A modified for prenatal. We're going to do the 2 sides within the same sun salutation, but we'll do it twice because repetition is key. So here, it's just an ordinary day in sun salutation A land. We're in Tadasana, no big deal. Upward salute, same old thing. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Step the left leg back to plank. You did this before, meet it with the right leg. Curl the toes under, and we do up dog, our prenatal modification. Then we drop down to cobra. We push up to down dog. Now we get spicy. Inhale the left leg in, step it forward to your hands, have the right leg meet, slowly roll up vertebrae through vertebrae. As you recall, each series has 9 spices. Spice number 1, tree pose. So we'll do it on each side. If you are uncomfortable pregnant in tree pose, you can do this or do little taps. See how it goes. This is a review week, so we're not really going to get into the nooks and crannies of tree pose. We're just reviewing the sequence. Shake it out and do it on the other side. We're going to do everything on each side. From tree pose, you can invite your students to work on balancing. So we can continue on this side and then go to the other side. So we will do dancer. So it starts out as a quad stretch. Pick a focal point and go into dancer. Bring it back, shake it out, and pivot, dancer on the other side. Quad stretch, bring your arm out to balance, pick a focal point, and dancer. From dancer, we will do eagle. And I'm glad Peter's here because he can keep me honest. So I always feel like I get the arms and legs.
It's the other way.
It's the other way.
Yeah.
Okay.
The bottom leg, the arm is the one that's over. Okay,
so basically I am caught on camera of having done a mixed up eagle. That is not, the share method is not interested in redefining poses. We're just interested in helping you memorize them. Okay, so I'm a little wobbly in the eagle, but it's a practice, not perfect. Eagle on the other side. So I'm gonna have Peter check me here. Okay, so anyway, no.
Yes.
Okay, this way. Okay, eagle on the other side. From eagle, we'll shake it out, extended hand to foot. Again, we come in like we're doing Tai Chi, like, oh, excuse me. I need to slow down.
Yeah, it's nice and easy, breathe.
And extended hand to foot. And extended hand to foot. Coming down to squat. This is awesome for pregnancy. Peter could go to town talking about it.
You can also sit on the block.
And yeah, as he said, you could also sit on the block to modify it. From squat, we do hero's pose. Arms resting, the calves peeled out from hero's pose. Thunderbolt pose. From thunderbolt pose, we go back to camel. You can lift an arm up if you want. Other arm from camel. Then last week, if you recall, we did forearm plank. From forearm plank, you bring the left leg in, step it forward, and now you are back in your downward dog. This is our point of insertion. So now that we got all spicy, let's bring it home. Left leg in, step it forward, right leg forward, inhale, half bend, inhale all the way up, upward salute, exhale Tadasana. So now, even though we did that on both sides, we're gonna do it again for repetition, but also so that we use our right leg to take us back to plank. So it's really, really symmetrical. So, okay, so now we do it for the second time, and then I'll give Peter the floor. You guys are doing great. Thank you for your comments. Tadasana, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Exhale, right leg back, left leg back. Plank, toes under, up dog. Cobra. Push back to down dog. Now we get spicy. This is our point of insertion. So we are going to add in those 9 poses. That is it. This is the full sequence of Series C. So this is a way to memorize those 45 poses of the key share method. You have 5 sequences, 9 poses each. That's 45 poses. Inhale the right knee in, step it forward. Left leg comes to meet it. Slowly roll forward. And this would be a balancing sequence. So, can come into tree pose, have a focal point. And balancing sequences are really about slowing down. When your students are ready, you can have them shake it out and do it on the other side for symmetry. From here, it can be a nice transition to a quad stretch and just leaning in to dancer. From dancer, you can come back to the quad stretch it out, and do it on the other side. Remembering to breathe through movement. From here, we can do a little more flowy. So, no, yes. Okay, just seeing if I got my arms right. Eagle. So we have this leg on top and this arm on top. So whatever leg is on top, the arm is on top. Stretch it out. This leg goes on top. It's opposite. So it's not like that.
No, that's the way you have it.
Okay, so this leg, he's trying to show me, but that doesn't make sense either. Because I also have a little picture that the mind wants to do its own thing.
Of course it does.
You all know that. Shake it out. We go extended hands and foot. I like this because I feel very like Karate Kid. Arr. Yay. And then we bring it in. I just want to nail it before I move on. What?
I'm Miyagi then.
Yes, Peter is Mr. Miyagi. You can just call him Mr. Miyagi. He's super good with chopsticks. And he makes me wash his car, but that's for another video. Okay, so anyway, I just want to take a deep breath.
Slow down, breathe.
And it's fun to try these a few times and sort of see what you're capable of.
What's impressive is that she's not warmed up.
Yeah, got me off of an email like 1 minute ago. Inhale, and then we come back to squat. Now squat is awesome for pregnancy. So for squat, Peter, do I want my toes more forward or?
You're slightly pointed out, like 10 degrees out.
Oh, is that?
Because your knees are going out, so you want your knees in line, yeah.
Okay, so that's okay. And then basically the idea is that over time you'll get deeper into your squat, be more vertical. And this is just a way you can really hang out. From here, we will do hero's pose. And really just trying to sit, peeling that out. These poses you could spend a while in. This sequence can definitely be a full class. It's just this sequence. That's why we teach it. From heroes, we go to Thunderbolt. And you can even invite students to meditation in Thunderbolt if they are comfortable. Always offer an alternative option for their knees. But each of these review weeks is a full class. So the second week you had Sun Salutation A. The 12th week you had our Spice Up Series A Sun Salutation. The 22nd week you had Spice Up Series B Sun Salutation. This is the 32nd week you have Spice Up Series C Sun Salutation. Weeks 42 and our last week, 52, you will get Spiced Up Series D and E of our Sun Salutation. And so that's like a full week of different classes you can teach. At your disposal, you can take what we give you and copy it, or you can use it to do something even better on your own. And that is empowerment. From Thunderbolt, we inhale and we go back to camel. Pushing the hips forward,
Lifting the chest.
lifting the chest. From here, we come up 2, forearm plank, working it. Remember last week we learned many variations of this, but here we're just doing a review week. So from here, you can walk the feet up to dolphin, which we will see in a future week, and then 2, down dog, and it's like it never happened. We are back where we started, and we just finished our sun salutation like we're minding our own business. Right knee in, step it forward, left leg meets it. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, Tadasana. Great job reviewing. And now, let's see what Peter has in store for us.
Thank you so much for pointing out all of the 9 sequences and all of the 9 poses we've done so far and putting everything together and integrating them so well into the sun salutation. I mean, it's powerful, not easy to do. We have to give her a round of applause because talking through it and doing it is not easy. And teaching live, not easy. And I am the studio audience, so I'm her mirror. So that's not even less easier. So thank you so much for that. And by the way, without warming up, that was great, awesome. And I will just ask you, so we practiced the forearm handstand, the forearm plank. How are your shoulders from that? Have they recovered?
Yeah, no, they were totally fine. I'm just gonna grab something to drink, but basically for all my complaining, because I don't know if you guys recall, we were doing the spider thing and all this stuff, for all my complaining and collapsing, my shoulders really weren't dead. So I think that the mind really can be our limiting factor, and using yoga and meditation to overcome that, I think that is what the game changer will be to get into the best shape of our lives. So here, let me grab something to drink.
So what we'll do today is we'll start with empowering the mind.
Okay, awesome.
Mind empowerment. So I'm going to ask you to grab your cushion when you're ready. Coffee first, yoga second. That's how we roll here.
Like we say, it's a practice, not a perfect. You know, it's it has to work for you and no one else. And it's not about what you think you should be doing. It's about being present in the moment and optimizing it.
Sometimes the mind has one idea, but the body has another. Who do you listen to?
Yes.
Most of the time we listen to the mind. In some instances that works, right? But in yoga and movement in the body, listen to the body. The body will dictate where to go. Like, oh, I did this fantastic thing yesterday. I balanced, I was standing on my head. Today, you can't even go there. Why? Because you might be tired. You don't even realize you might have fatigue in your legs and your core and your shoulders, and you can't do it today. And you're falling out of it constantly. Don't beat yourself up. Honor thy body, is what I always say. Okay, so from here, Ashley, what we'll do today is we'll start with a meditation to center and to just wash away what we just did. Because the body knows exactly what we just did. So let's integrate that at this moment. So there's 2 ways to integrate that practice. One is meditation, and the other is savasana, right? So we're going to start with a meditation. We're going to clear the mind and try our best to just stay present with where we are. And I'm going to invite Ashley to begin to have her palms face up on her thighs and then draw her shoulders, yes, and elbows a little closer into the midline. Why do we do that? To relax the shoulders away from the ears. We're going to have her root her sacrum down toward the earth. A gentle pull of the belly in towards the spine, drawing the crown of the head up toward the sky. And shoulders drip away from the ears. And then we're going to draw attention to the space between the eyebrows, the third eye or intuition. And then soften that space by relaxing the eyelids. A lot of times we press our eyelids shut. Soften them. And notice how much tension you release right in the eyebrows and the eyes. And then a gentle parting of the lips to unclench the jaw. And invite the silence, invite the noise, invite all that is. And know that we are not in control. In meditation, it's not about forgetting. It's not about all the noise interrupting us. It's just about staying present. I always say sit with yourself in silence if you really want to practice working outside of your comfort zone. Sit with yourself in silence. Let that inner critic come through. Just acknowledge it. Because you are perfect just the way you are. On your next inhale, fill the belly softly like a balloon as we inhale through the nose. And then as exhale through the mouth with a sigh. Inhale. Pause. And then exhale through the mouth. Inhale. And exhale through the mouth with a sigh. And then from here, actually, we'll begin our meditation. Notice if you have to make any adjustments, please do so during any time during this meditation. If you feel a little stiff in the shoulders, make any adjustments with the neck or head, just please honor that. Honor the body. It's not about sitting here stoically and being uncomfortable. It's about making yourself comfortable. We're going to use the breath as the bridge between the mind and body. When the mind begins to wander, come back to your breath. And if any thoughts arise, just notice them, acknowledge them. Know that there's nothing to do with those thoughts in this moment. Allow the thoughts to be. Imagine our thoughts like clouds in the sky on a beautiful sunny day, just floating by. There's no need to attach to them. There's no need to do anything with them. When we quiet the mind, the body begins to speak. If we really tune in, the body will begin to speak to us. Acknowledge if any tension arises within the body. Bring the breath to those areas. On your next inhale, fill the belly. Breathe into the ribs. On your next inhale, fill the belly like a balloon. Breathe into the ribs, and then all the way up to the heart. And on the exhale, breathe from the heart or chest, the ribs and belly. 3-part yogic breath or dirga breath. nice and gentle. Inhale, filling the belly like a balloon. Breathing into the ribs, all four corners, front, left, back, right side. And breathe all the way up into the heart. And then exhale from the heart, the ribs and belly. Inhale into the nose, filling the belly, the ribs, and all the way up to the chest. And then exhale from the chest, the ribs and belly. Stay with that cycle of breath. Inhale, fill the belly, ribs, and chest. And then exhale from the chest, ribs, and belly. Focusing our attention on our body, focusing our attention on our breath. The simple reminders that we have everything we need. All that we need resides within us. The difficulty with meditation is its simplicity. There's nothing more simple than sitting with yourself and breathing and acknowledging this wonderful being, acknowledging who we are, putting space between our thoughts, separating the real from the unreal, acknowledging all that is in our life and everything we've done to come to this moment. Be proud of yourself. Continuously focusing on breath, softening the space between eyebrows, softening the eyelids, parting the lips to relax the jaw. Inhale, fill the belly, ribs, and chest. Exhale, And just like our phone, we've always seen it. We've seen a lot of this. Sometimes we need to unplug. This is the opportunity to unplug from life and come back home to yourself. Meditation is one of the vehicles to be able to get there. Our breath is another vehicle. And then very, very slowly begin to come back to your normal cycle of breath. Come back to your normal cycle of breath. Release to the other breath. And then very, very slowly begin to allow the eyes to float gently open. And I always like to look down first as I take the light of the room back in. And then begin to look out and just notice how you feel. A little recharged, ready to start this, ready to fire up everything, ready to stoke the flames again.
It's amazing. It's like a reboot button. So, and it gives us perspective. What we think is so pressing when we're getting into a yoga class, often we leave a yoga class thinking, you know what, that can wait, or you know what, let's see how my coworker responds, and then I'll start making strategies.
It's so true.
Like a lot of times less is more, and we and also what I've seen is we bring about the fears that we most don't want by being so anticipatory that we provoke those things to happen. If we're worried about getting in a fight with someone, then we may pester them and then cause a fight, kind of thing. I don't know, it's an oversimple example.
No. That is, it's true. It's really true. So, good perspective, right? It's different. And everybody's perspective is different coming at it, right? And notice that we're not having Ashley shoot out of a cannon and go right into a yoga practice. We're acknowledging the fact that her mind was still, her body was still but active, right? Because she had to be able to sit up so her muscles were active. So she's coming from stillness back into movement. You don't want to go right to sun salutations. You want to have Ashley make her way to a standing position very slowly. So I would have Ashley just come over onto one side very slowly, and then come onto all fours very gently. And let's start very softly with some cat-cows. And if you need protection under the knees, you can always place a blanket or cushion. Move very slowly to these cat-cows. Let the spine dictate, let the breath dictate. So earlier, Ashley said, we can do whatever we want after we do the 9 poses. So class, people out there, comment, what do you want her to do? You want her to stand on her head for half an hour? Let's do it. Just teasing. Just teasing. We'll begin very slowly. So come back to a neutral spine, Ashley. And just be mindful that your shoulders are over your wrists. Your knees are beneath your hips. So acknowledge the fact that you're pressing and spreading your fingertips wide to press into all the pads of the 5 pads of each hand. That just means where your finger meets your hand. And then you want your shoulders away from the ears. You want your eyes over your elbows, right? Elbow creases pointed forward. Lengthen through the back of the neck, so look towards the top of your spine. Just notice what it's like just to sit with this. And then extend your left leg straight back onto the earth, and then tuck the toes, and then pump that calf muscle. Pump it to stretch. Some blood flow. And then bring that left knee beneath the left hip, and then extend the right leg. Tuck the toes, and then pump that as well. Why are we doing this? We're getting some blood flow. Using the muscle, the large muscles like the calf and hamstring, quad, to pump blood from the lower body to the upper body. Maybe the calf, maybe the legs are a little stiff from sitting in meditation.
This is a great one for prenatal because the feet get swollen, they need a massage. It's a way to self-massage. You get to the point where you can't even touch your toes or put your shoes on. So this is a way to self-massage your foot, even if you are further along and can't even reach your foot.
That's right.
And also balancing poses become harder in prenatal. So this is a way to sort of experiment with the concept of balancing in a safe, low to the ground way.
100%. And also, the one little thing I'll add to that is that this also gets the lymph moving. So a lot of times we get edema, and that's just your lymph, your secondary circulatory system. And just by pumping the calf muscles, you're getting the blood flowing, and you're also stretching out your Achilles. All right, so then now, Ashley, bring your right knee beneath your right hip, and let's just begin to wag our tail a little bit. Since we can't twist, we'll wag our tail, get into those hips. You might feel a little stuff, a little junk in those hips. You might feel some stiffness. And maybe you hang out on the side if you feel stiff. Just hang out on that side a little bit. Just hang out there. Hang out there.
This is also skier prep.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. 100%. I don't ski, but I could definitely see that this is the way the legs move in ski. Beautiful. Again, just coming out of meditation, out of stillness into movement. Now, with the shoulders over the wrist, heels over your toes, let's extend the right arm forward and left leg straight back. And this time the leg is lifted. So a lot of times we feel rounded here. What you want to do is look down. Can you see all five toes of your left foot? And then pull the belly in, take the roundness out of the spine, extend your arm forward, press through your left heel. Good job, Ashley. For stability, so talk about practicing balance and stability. Here you go. Spread your fingertips wide on the left hand. Good job, Ashley. Good job. Breathe in. Come back to your three-part yogic breath. Release the head toward the earth a little, just a little bit. There you go. Take the kink out of the neck. Pull the belly in more. Good job, Ashley. This is hard. Believe it or not, this is hard. If you have a little extra weight from the pregnancy, this makes it even more challenging. Now from here, rest your right hand beneath your right shoulder and your left knee beneath your left hip. And sway your hip side to side again. Okay, let's extend the left hand forward, right leg straight back. Look down, can you see? That's your acknowledgement. Can you see the toes? And then from here, begin to press your right heel back, energize that right heel, and then extend that left hand forward. And then look towards the top of the mat to take any kinks out of the back of the neck. Good job, Ashley. Pull the belly in to take the curve out of the spine. Spread the fingertips wide of the right hand. Good job, Ashley. Breathe here. Breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. Rest the left hand down. Rest the right knee down. Sway the hip side to side. And then from here, let's tuck the toes and have a seat on our heels. Give a break to the, no, just have a seat on your heels. Yeah, just have a seat on your heels. With your toes tucked, your toes tucked.
Oh, okay, I see. Oh, that's great to like stretch the plantar.
Stretch the calf muscles, yeah.
Yeah, and also, I was saying in an earlier video, a lot of pregnant people have plantar.
Fasciitis.
Yes.
That's just great for plantar
And
fasciitis.
that is great too.
So the reason why we do this is also, again, to continue with the legs and to continue, and also to take pressure off your wrists. Right? We're on our wrists a lot. And some people can't do this. Why? Because our feet are in shoes all day, and our toes are doing this all day, gripping. I'm just going to come back to the camera. Our toes are doing this in our shoes all day long. So when your toes are tucked, you're actually stretching them and flexing them, doing the opposite. And just breathe here for a few moments. Inhale and exhale. Good job, Ashley. And then from here, let's make our way into tabletop one more time. Inhale. Tuck the toes under, exhale, downward facing dog. Good, in your down dog, maybe it's your first one, but in this case, obviously, we know it's not Ashley's first. But if it is your first one of the day, I would always have a slight bend in your knee. And then lift your hips, press your chest towards your knees. Spread your fingertips wide. And then step your left foot forward, right foot forward, and come to a forward fold. Hugging the opposite elbows. Letting the head be heavy. Again, continuing with the knees, slight bend in your knee. Breathing into our day. Acknowledging. And then from here, inhale, come to flat back. Press into your feet. Exhale, rise up to standing mountain pose. Arms reach out and overhead, upward. Salute. And arms rest alongside you, mountain pose. Again, come to that. I call this standing savasana. Another opportunity to check in. Say Ashley pulled her belly in, so her belly's pulled in. Her sacrum dropped down. Her thighs are squeezing in towards one another to engage her pelvic floor. And as we come back to checking in with ourselves, let's come back to the three-part yogic breath. Inhale, fill the belly, ribs, and chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, and belly. For 5 more rounds of breath. And then from here, Ashley, inhale, sweep the arms out and overhead. Exhale, time to fire up this practice. Chair pose. But let's not go into a full chair pose. Let's be at our bar. Sitting on a bar stool. Sitting on a bar stool. Beautiful.
That, I just will add, that is an issue during pregnancy. A pregnant woman may have like a work dinner or something like this and sit at a bar, and people give you a lot of looks. You know, maybe you're just drinking carbonated water, but
salute when they give you a look. Just salute to them.
This is why yoga for prenatal is so important, because so many little life issues just come up at a point where you're already feeling sensitive. So even sitting on a bar stool, you know, can be loaded.
So just sit back just a bit more.
You are not judged when you are sitting on this pretend bar stool in this ShareLove.Fund live on YouTube yoga class. No judgment, judgment-free zone.
Exactly. Just sit back just a bit more. Good, good. Now shift your weight into your heels. There you go. Very good. Now we got the hamstrings and glutes fired up. Why are we having her start with chair pose? Because we want to awaken. We want to fire up, ground Ashley a bit more. Not that she's not grounded. She's grounded with meditation. And then from here, begin to draw the hands to heart center. And then step your right foot back to high lunge. Beautiful. So the heels lifted. And then from here, inhale, extend the arms out and overhead. Beautiful. And just step your right foot back just a bit more. Let's get a nice wide, nice long high lunge. Beautiful. And then breathe into that space. Breathe out. Heel over the knee over the ankle on the left side. Right heel's lifted, looking great in your high lunge. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step back to plank. Untuck the toes. Upward dog. Inhale, tuck the toes under. Exhale, down dog. Step your left foot forward, right foot forward, forward fold. Hug the opposite elbow, stretch out the shoulders. Inhale, hands to shins, half lift. Exhale, rise to stand, mountain pose. Arms reach out overhead. And then rest the arms alongside you, mountain pose. Again, beginning slow, moving slow, easing our way into our practice. Inhale, hands heart center. Exhale, chair pose. Beautiful. Now in this chair, you can go for it all if you want to. Good job, Ashley. And breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale, shift your weight into your heels just a bit. Lifting the toes, firing up the quads and hamstrings. Lowering your toes down. And then from here, draw your hands to heart center. Step your right foot back to, left foot back to high lunge. Right knee over the right ankle. Legs as if you're on railroad tracks, not in line with one another, right? Drawing your right hip slightly back, left hip slightly forward. Inhale, the arms reach out and overhead. Exhale, settling right into your high lunge. Good job, Ashley. Perfect high lunge. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, fold at the hip. Inhale, step the right foot back to plank. Untuck the toes. Inhale. Exhale, cobra. So we're in our second trimester maybe here, or our first trimester.
So in cobra, are the elbows slightly bent? Or?
A slight bend, yes. Because that helps take the shoulders away from the ears when they're slightly bent. And up dog is straight. Untuck the toes, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, left foot forward, forward fold. Hug the opposite elbows. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, rise to stand, mountain pose, arms reach out overhead. And just stand in your mountain pose. So now we're warming up actually slowly but surely. Surely but slowly. Inhale, arms reach out overhead. Exhale, chair pose. Beautiful. So you're going right into a full chair pose. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, fold at the hip. Inhale, step the right foot back to high lunge.
Sorry.
It's all good. Exhale, drop the right knee down. Anjayasana. Untuck the toes. Press your hips forward and then upper back. Reach back. Reach the wall behind you to your Anjayasana. Good job, Ashley. Inhale. On your exhale, fold at the hip and step back to plank. Shift your weight forward. Knees, chest, chin, so you're in your first trimester. And then inhale, cobra or baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your left foot forward, right foot forward, forward, forward. Inhale, half lift. Press into your feet. Exhale, rise up to stand. Beautiful job, Ashley. Good job. How are we doing?
Good, great.
Moving nice and slow.
It's how we build strength.
That's right. Inhale, reach the arms out and overhead. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, fold at the hip. Step the left leg back to high lunge. Beautiful. Exhale, lower the left knee down. Anjayasana. Good job, Ashley. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, fold at the hip. Inhale, step back to plank. Untuck the toes, up dog. So you see how we're cycling back and forth between all three back bends. And then going from untucking the toes right to up dog versus knees, chest, chin, because maybe she's in her third trimester right now. There's two ways to modify this. She can tuck the toes in this. She can use blocks under her hands to have it lifted higher. So this is perfect room for a belly. Maximum strength too. Inhale, tuck the toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can have the hands on the blocks or not. You just have the blocks close by. Step your left foot forward, right foot forward, forward, forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, press into the feet. Rise to stand, arms reach out overhead. Mountain pose. Close your eyes for a minute. So you might not see this, but I can tell from here, because I can hear Ashley's breathing, that like she said, we're building strength, moving slow. Guess what? Her heart's racing. And if you don't think so, ask her.
There's no escape with life.
There's no escape.
Programming, you can't take a call or.
Exactly. Inhale, arms reach out and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Hug the opposite elbows. Beautiful, Ashley. Now from here, I'm going to ask you to bend your knees. Beautiful, bend your knees. And then inhale, you're going to come up into skier's pose or chair pose. You're going to come up into chair pose first, right? And then you're going to lift your heels, come onto your tippy toes. And then bring your arms alongside you. Right? No, alongside you. Good, good, good. And then a gentle fold at the hip, no, alongside you, just like that. Palms facing forward. Fold at the hip just a bit, skier's pose. And then send your arms back behind you a bit more. Yes, there you go. And breathe. So if we can't twist, we can't do a lot of flows, here's a way to fire up your practice. Ask Ashley how fired up she is right now. Breathe. Fires at the quads, fires at the hamstrings, fires at the glutes. Lower the heels, inhale, exhale, forward fold, then rest. That's a great way to practice balance as well. Ashley's face is a little red from that pose. Whenever I introduce that pose into a class or into a sequence or into a practice, people are always surprised at how intense that becomes the longer you hold it. Because the body's trying to reach balance and the body's saying, why are we doing this? And then there's worry kicks in, but guess what? You can control all that worry with your breath. Beautiful. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, press into your feet, mountain pose. And close your eyes, have a soft gaze, and just take in that experience. A different variation on chair. Take in that full experience, actually. And from here, inhale, reach your arms out and overhead. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, extend the arms alongside you. Fold at the hip just a bit. That's it. Skier's pose. Pull the arms straight behind you. Straighten out the arms. Beautiful. Now reach the arms out to the sides and then overhead. Beautiful. And fold at the hip just a bit more. And send your hips back behind you. Good job, Ashley. Pull the belly in. Fire up that core. Squeeze the thighs. Squeeze the hands in towards one another. And breathe for 5 breaths. 2, 3, 4. Hands to heart center. Lower the heels down. Step your right foot back to high lunge. No rest for the weary. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, send the arms out and overhead. Exhale, lower that left heel down, right heel down, to warrior 2. Good job, Ashley. There she goes, smiling, heart rate's up there. How are you feeling?
Great.
Good. Inhale, reach forward with the left hand. Turn your palms, face the ceiling. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Now, in your peaceful warrior, just inch your left foot forward a bit. That's it. Now, knee over ankle. Press into your big toe of your left foot. Yes. That turns on the inner thigh. Can you do me a favor? Take your hand onto your inner, just right a little couple inches above your knee, and just pull that inner thigh. No, stay in there. Stay in the warrior.
I just want you a little bit. But
stay in the warrior. Pull that out. That gets that inner thigh. You feel that inner thigh working?
Yes.
Now extend the arms. Now press into your big toe. Extend the arms. There you go. Palms facing the ceiling. Good job. And then now palms face the earth to get her thighs tired. Inhale. On the exhale, begin to straighten out that left leg and extend your left hand over. Good. Take your right hand onto your right hip. Right hand. Yeah. No, keep extending that left arm forward. Just take the right hand onto the hip. Peel the hip back.
okay, sorry.
Are you sliding?
Yeah, I did get the sticky mat stuff, but I didn't set it up before, but we'll set it up for the next one.
Okay. And then now from here, begin to lower your left hand down towards your shin or thigh. And then peel that right hip back a bit more. Peel your shoulder back and extend that right arm up toward the sky. Now look down towards your left foot. Look up towards your right hand. Peel your right hip back even more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Now from here, inhale, bend your left knee. Rest your forearm. Just bend your left knee.
See, I tried to get out of it, but I can't. Okay, bend.
Bend your left knee.
Not just completely collapse and cry like a baby.
No.
Like you didn't say that, right?
Exactly. No.
Okay.
You're going to keep that heel, but you're going to keep the right heel down.
Right.
all you're doing is bending, that's it.
Okay, but
That's
this one is straight.
This one's straight, now bend. Bend your left knee.
Okay, and
Oh, that's the right.
okay.
That's the left. That's
This
it.
is advanced anatomy for anyone who didn't.
Come back
it's a
into
book.
come back into triangle pose.
All right, triangle pose.
Good. Now inhale, bend your left knee. Just bend your left knee. That's it. Rest your forearm onto you.
Apparently that's the left one.
When we're under duress, sometimes we forget where we are. Palm face up with the left hand. Good. Palm face up with the left hand. Good.
I'm gonna ask for a retake on this test.
No problem.
All right.
And then step your right foot back towards the back of the mat. Good. Extended side angle. Now, point your right arm overhead. Overhead. Yes. Yes.
Like more curved.
Just point it out straight. Always straight. Good job, Ashley. One long line of energy from her fingertips of the right hand all the way down to the outer edge of the right foot. And if she's feeling any tension in her neck, what do you want to have her do? Look down. Take pressure off. And then look up. Take a look down. And look up. This doesn't look difficult, but believe me, it is. Now inhale, take your right hand behind your right leg, right hip. Extend your left arm out. And come back into peaceful warrior. Beautiful. Inhale, windmill the arms down. And step your left foot back to plank. Exhale it out. Hold this plank for 3. For a count of 2. Count to 1. Untuck the toes, up dog. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, left foot forward, forward, forward. Hanging forward, forward. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, press into your feet. Mountain pose. And rest in your mountain pose. If we went over and took Ashley's heart rate, it'd be pumping just a bit, right? How are we doing?
Great.
Good. Good job, Ashley. Good job. Thank you for letting us torch you live on camera. Inhale, reach your arms out and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step the right foot back. Sweep the arms out and overhead. Exhale, high lunge. Now from here, inhale, step your right foot forward. Step your left foot back. See, you didn't realize that, but I screwed up. Maybe Ashley did, maybe she didn't, I don't know. Because she didn't know her right and left before. Maybe she does now. Now from here, lower your left heel down. Beautiful. Extend your right hand forward, left hand behind you to peaceful warrior. No, sorry, to warrior 2. Now, just take your right foot and then inch it forward a bit. Good. Knee over the ankle. Press into the outer edge of your left foot. Flip the palms to face the ceiling. Take the shoulders away from the ears and then rotate the palms to face the earth. Left hand behind the left thigh. Right hand faces the ceiling and then peel it back to peaceful warrior. Beautiful, Ashley. Inhale. On the exhale, straighten out your right leg and extend your right hand over the toes. Reach for your shin or thigh. Peel your left hip back, left shoulder back, and extend your left arm up toward the sky. Imagine bringing your hip back towards me, your right glute back towards me. Excellent. If you wanted to help your student out a bit, you can take one hand. May I touch?
Yes,
Take
but
one
I'm
hand.
also a little sliding.
Just
So
yeah.
maybe I'll just do this on the floor.
Okay. Oh, you're sliding because of the slipperiness on the mat, or your sweatiness.
I think my unicorn litter, is, as discussed, is the
There you go. Gonna peel that back.
medical term.
And do
Yeah,
that.
no, but
And then take the kink out of the neck. Yes, there you go. Look up and down. Take the kink out of the neck. Inhale. On the exhale, we're gonna have Ashley bend her right knee and place her right forearm onto her right knee. Bend her right knee. Yeah, there you go. You got this one. Now extend the left arm overhead. Good job, Ashley. So one long line of energy from her right fingertips to her left fingertips, sorry, to her outer edge of her left foot. Press into my left foot with your, yes. Press into my foot with your foot.
I was just thinking it's contagious, this left and right.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I
Yes,
apologize.
it is. No, don't apologize. I'm the one screwing up. Now from here, take your left hand down to your left hip. Extend your right arm out. Come back to peaceful warrior. Peaceful warrior. Keeping it straight. Yeah, bent. Peaceful warrior. Beautiful job, Ashley. Inhale. Windmill the arms down. Exhale. Step back to plank. Untuck the toes. Drop the knees down. Child's pose. We're going to let Ashley rest.
So I'm doing, oh sorry, I was just going to say I'm doing a wide-legged child's pose for prenatal.
For prenatal, exactly. No, I was just going to acknowledge how you schwitzen just a bit.
Yes, no, it's amazing. Yoga really is exercise. So people say it's not. I mean, you can, when your heart rate increases and you're sweating, that's the definition of cardio. So, and I always say too, a lot of our clients, they don't want to start because they feel so out of shape. And I always say, well, that's the best because very little movement will get your heart rate up and it'll get you sweating. So the more in shape you are, the harder you have to work for the same burn. So being out of shape actually is super efficient because it just takes a little to jumpstart your body.
See, we move slow in our practice, but we have moved fast before. But I prefer to move slow and build strength as we're going, and build that, that cardio or the interval training. Moving slow, the body's able to integrate the movement. You're able to settle in. The muscles are able to acknowledge where you are. Versus moving very fast and relying. Sometimes when we move very fast, we're building cardio, but you're not building strength. Not as much strength. And then from here, Ashley, let's begin to come up into tabletop for just a moment and just do a few cat-cows. Just a few. Now, if you don't think that was a strong practice, switch places with Ashley. And then from here, Ashley, make your way onto your back, hug your knees to chest. And then we'll begin round 2 after a brief break.
I'm going to do wide-legged knees for prenatal.
For prenatal, exactly. And then from here, Ashley, begin to come into a happy baby. So we're going to stretch the entire back body. How are we going to do this? You're going to begin to straighten out your legs. Straighten out the legs, yes. Press your sacrum down to the earth. Do you feel your lower back stretching here?
Yeah, it's great. It feels like a hamstring stretch as well.
Good, yes. Hamstring stretch, lower back stretch.
This is also nice for people that want to do extended hand to foot but aren't really sure like how to start it.
Yes.
And you can sort of practice that tight chi out.
Yes. This is a great way to start practicing it.
And massage the lower back.
Yes, massage the lower back.
Going.
Beautiful job, Ashley. And then now here, just rebend the knees, come back to happy baby. Press the lower back down. You feel that lower back stretching? You should feel this right at the base of your spine. Beautiful. Now from here, rest your feet onto the earth. Rest for a moment. And then when you're ready, extend your legs. And we'll pretend for this class that Ashley's in her first trimester, maybe going towards second trimester, still feels comfortable lying on her back. Palms facing the ceiling. Legs to the width of the mat. Arms and hands about 6 to 8 inches away from the body. Shoulders away from the ears. Coming back to the place of integration, meditation, easing back in. Coming back to a place of surrender, of letting go, of ease, of ridding the body of any tension. Inhale, fill the belly, ribs and chest. Feel the support of the earth beneath you as you allow the body to release, relax, and let go. Let's draw attention to the space between the eyebrows, softening the eyelids. Draw attention to the jaw, part the lips to unclench the jaw to release any tension in the face. And then draw attention to your heart center. There's nowhere to go, no place to be, but here and now. Falling into a deep state of relaxation and integration. Begin to wiggle your fingertips and wiggle your toes. And then gently, gently rotate the head from side to side. And then plant the feet onto the earth. And then draw your knees in towards your chest. And then come on over onto either the right or left side. Maintain the eyes closed or have a soft gaze, wherever you like. And then gently press yourself up into a seated position. And coming back to where we started in our meditation, relaxing our shoulders. You can have your eyes closed or open, your choice. Acknowledging all that just transpired over the last 90 minutes. All the effort you put in to be here, and all the effort leading up to this point. Your hands to heart center to acknowledge where you are and how much you've done for this company since you started this journey. Since you and I started this journey of yoga together as well. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.
Namaste. And I particularly want to thank Peter. He's humble and gracious and thanks me, but without his expertise as a lead trainer and without him being the signatory for at-risk youth and women, we would not be who we are today. And it takes an incredible person with incredible skill to be able to take over 100 people of really down and out situations and bring them up to the level of being a Yoga Alliance registered yoga teacher. And Peter has done that, and so much of his work is gratuitous, and thank you so much, Peter.
Well, thank you, Ashley, for creating a platform for all this to happen. So we thank each other. How's that?
And we thank you. We
Yes.
couldn't continue to expand our outreach without our paying teachable customers. Have a blessed day.
Thank you.